that makes me nervous. That's definitely a lever for potential value add if you're out there and like you haven't even gone in and done the work to understand what your customers need. And if your customers say, hey, we really need this that you can do there, then maybe there is an opportunity. So like, I don't know that you know whether or not there is an opportunity with that or not, because we haven't really taken it to the extreme yet. But on its surface, my guess is that it's a distraction.
Yeah, it's a big cash flow burden for us because just the demand can't keep up with, the amount of material that we have to buy. So, we'll basically be in the hole for 3 months and then we'll come out of it, just barely breaking even. It's a tough, manufacturing to me is like obviously you'll know better than me, but it's just about like maximizing efficiency, and we can't really do that because the volume's just so low.
Without having a consistent product line, I think it's very tough. So my gut is that you already know the answer and you just have to do it.
Okay.
Walk me through the thing that I worry about with your business that I'm kind of surprised we haven't touched on, but you did there a little bit, is 10 times the business today that you currently have. Would you have the cash to fund it? Meaning magically, if I just 10 times your business?
No, not on either side, on the import, export, or the manufacturing.
Yeah, well, in the import, export is what I'm talking about. And like, so your $1 million of revenue, walk me through like your receivables, your inventory, like your kind of balance sheet.
Our average receivables around 50 grand.
That's not as bad as I would have thought, because that's like that. So like you don't give customers 30-day terms. For bigger orders, we do a lot of deposits. We negotiate a lot of deposits, and sometimes we can't take on a job unless we get a deposit, obviously. Yeah.
But our biggest customer, we have net 10 terms, which has been a huge help, obviously. But to your point, we have to pay for everything up front.
Yeah, and you're putting it on the water, which is generally like a 45-day.
Yeah, I'd say probably 40% of the stuff we get is going overseas. The rest is by air. And
so like how much inventory are you holding as a business?
We'll just order a little bit extra for each order, and that's it, and then it basically just fills any, defects or scraps that we have from the customer or on our end when we're doing quality control.
Do you think there's any opportunity as you grow as a business that you order more, you stock it, and you're able to increase your margins?
Yes, of course. We're also at the mercy of their, when they order stuff. A lot of times, like, for this customer, for example, they've got 20 different parts and, they might only need one order of the parts, once or twice a year. And then, every part kind of the same, but at different timelines. If you're buying the inventory with profit, yes. And then you can, get more stuff into a C shipment and stuff like that. But we also can't say for sure when they're going to order it next.
You think going and visiting them and talking with them about it might give you a little more information?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like how you grow these businesses, the service that you're providing, in my opinion, is you generally buy in bulk, you inventory it for your customer, and then you release it to them as they need it, but you're able to charge a premium for offering that service. And I think that people that do this well at scale are effectively doing that. But it becomes you have to have the capital to be able to do that. But it's like, my guess is that if you buy, just saying numbers, if you normally buy 100 of these at a time, if you were to buy 1,000, that you probably could get a significant discount,
right?
Buying it a lot cheaper. But if you can keep your inventory and getting and releasing it,
right,
but charging a higher profit margin,
right.
My guess is that over time, that's a much better business model.
Like the distributor, yeah.
I think that is the service that you ultimately are providing.
Okay.
It helps but what would be most helpful is if you go out and you find, hey, there's this one component that there are 50 manufacturers that use it, and I'm going to sell this component to all 50 manufacturers. That's what you want to find. But you're going to only go do that by going and talking to people. But like that's what you're going to ultimately find.
Yeah, because we have none of that. We don't sell anything to 2 different customers.
Yeah. Common sense tells you that there are certain parts that a lot of people are using. And so your job is to go out and hunt for those.
Okay.
And then you buy in bulk and then you release to those customers as you need it. Right?
Yeah.
So, if I were going and visiting customers, that's what I would be looking for. I would be laser focused on like, are there things that these people are doing that somebody else